So, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are joining us today uh, to this special webinar that we have planned for this occasion. The topic will be how to optimize your warehouse processes. We will provide you with a few ideas how you can do that, but essentially the possibilities are, let's say, endless. First of all, just a few things about our session. Let me first introduce my colleague, Miklos Trojak. He's a technical consultant. He will do the demonstration later on today. Some of them most probably haven't met Miklos yet, but he's a senior colleague of Multisoft Ltd. He's with us for 27 years now. That's quite impressive in my opinion. And I'm Bertel Nagy, your partnership manager, your first point of contact. I will cover my usual part, the partner news and positioning our topic. About the agenda, we will start again with some news. Later on, we will jump into the actual demonstration. That's why we are here today. That's the most exciting part that will be covered by Miklos. We have an announcement to make, but I will keep this, or at least try to keep this as a secret until the end, so you will stay with us. And of course, we will have a Q&A session, so if you have any questions during the presentation at any part, feel free to use the Q&A icon up here somewhere. And we will publish your questions at the end of the session, and we will address all of those. Okay, so let's cover quickly the partner updates. We have a few price adjustments. We will retire Windows C workshop, AIP webinar, and again, we have a very interesting announcement to make at the end of the session. All be detailed. So the price adjustment, just a kindly reminder that as of the 1st of March, we have adjusted our prices for the first time in, I don't know how many years, it's around 10, 12. So please remember about that. If you are not aware of this and you're an end user, kindly contact your partner. They will be aware of that. And if you're not a partner, if you are a partner and you are not aware of the price adjustment, please reach out to me, and I will make sure that you are included in our mailing list, so you will receive these updates. We will do an AIP webinar. That's the abbreviation of Automated Invoice Processor. That's our latest product. We are utilizing machine learning, the most modernistic, or some of the most modernistic engines to process incoming invoices with OCR, XML, and other data sources. So if you are interested in that, please feel free to register to our webinar. We will send out the link soon on how you can do that. But of course, you will find the link to register on our websites as well. We will retire Windows CE with the latest version of MobileNAV. So the next major version that we will release later this year, we will not support anymore Windows CE. The decision behind this, basically we have checked what are the average MobileNAV version using Windows CE, and that's like 5 major releases back to the current one. So that means that you are not upgrading MobileNAV on Windows CE devices anymore. And we think that's because you most probably switch to Android devices, or you switch to Android devices. We will also do a workshop that's partner exclusive. and this is a call to action for all partners. The workshop will be free of charge. We will share more details with you. But if you're interested in this workshop, please feel free to reach out to us at this email address, contact@multisoft.hu. Basically, we will try to cover very basic but important topics in a few hours that will help you partners to provide better services to your end users, understand our solution better, and know how this can be optimized to your customers' needs. That's what today is about. So jumping back to our topic, optimization in different ways. We brought this topic to you because we have faced this issue a few times. The change is always scary. Like you can change from a paper-based warehouse management to an application-based. That will be an optimization because that has certain benefits, like you can spill the coffee on the paper, and if you have the proper devices, you can, of course, get away with spilling coffee on those. But you will not lose any data. You will be more precise. The application can guide your warehouse workers through the processes. So why not? Another layer of optimization is in the application itself. You can optimize MobileNAV in infinite ways. So when you are installing MobileNAV and you take a look at the base configuration, that can be scary because that has a lot of features and functions in it, all the buttons and everything. It takes forever to find the function that you are looking for. So that's why we have introduced this quite a while ago, but some of you might not be aware of that. We have specific configurations, for example, a warehouse basic, a warehouse advanced, sales focused, service focused configuration. And basically, this is just a reduced version of the base configuration, focusing on that specific application area and eliminating those unnecessary other modules. Like if you are focusing on the WMS part, you most probably are not really into any procurement or sales features. We can hide those with these default configurations. But of course, these configurations can also be customized in many ways. Like we can create shortcuts if a certain button is too deep hidden in some steps, we can move that forward, for example. But also, like you can use the PIN numbers to log in instead of using the password, for example. So that can reduce the time to log in after your device has logged you out. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. My expert colleague will address the optimization ways in more details, and we will have a few examples on how you can do that the best way. And again, if you need any help with that, just please feel free to reach out to us because we are here to help you. And the stage is yours, Miklos.
So hi, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome everyone to our MobileNAV webinar. Today we are focusing on warehouse-related features and simple customizations. I'm sure everyone will learn something new and useful today. So let's take a look at our main topics. As you can see, we have picked a few Business Central warehousing processes to see how MobileNAV can simplify those operations. I will also demonstrate some MobileNAV reconfigurations and modifications that can enhance the end user experience. All these changes will be made using the MobileNAV add-on in Business Central. So no advanced development work in Visual Studio Code today. We believe that with these examples, we can show you how MobileNAV can make your processes go smoother and faster compared to the built-in out-of-the-box features of BC, Business Central. How you can further reduce the paper-based inventory operations, and how you or your partners' employees can do their jobs more efficiently with less mistakes. So ultimately, what we want to show is how MobileNAV can help you save time and costs. At the end of the webinar, you will have a chance to participate in a live question and answer session. We're going to have a special guest, so please stay tuned. You can start writing down or posting your questions into the webinar chat. We will answer them in our closing interactive talk. So our first main topic is enabling PIN login. PIN login is a relatively recently introduced feature in MobileNAV, together with some other user interface and user experience enhancements. We developed these new features for a MobileNAV version 10. The few digits of a PIN is always easier to remember and, more importantly, easier to enter on devices with small screens. And our warehouse workers usually use these specialized devices. So on a small screen, it's easier to enter. We can reduce failed logins. We can reduce user frustration due to mistyped password. And everything is simply just much, much quicker. Okay, now let's go to the BC and MobileNAV. Yeah, and one more thing. So please let me be just a little bit selfish here. Besides the really real-world benefits, using the PIN numbers for login during this webinar will allow me to log in quickly after changing the configuration in Business Central. Okay. So back to the configuration. So first, we need to check if PIN login is enabled company-wise in Business Central. We have the MobileNAV administration area. We open that, and then we go to the setup. And below setup, we go to general setup. Among the millions of configuration possibilities here in general setup, there is a new one called allow sorry, I will make it a bit bigger. Allow login PIN generation. All I have to do is just enable that. And on the right-hand side of my screen, you can see a running MobileNAV client. For this demonstration, I will use the Windows edition of MobileNAV. It's simply easier for me, but the steps that you will see today are, of course, shared between whatever platform you are using, be that Android, iPhone, or the tablet-based client. Okay, so I have enabled the setting in Business Central. With this, we have effectively allowed our users to specify a PIN on the devices they use. If somebody is using multiple devices, the PIN must be set in each and every MobileNAV device. The pins, of course, cannot be preset centrally by the administrator. This really is a secret only known by the end users. Okay, so we go back to MobileNAV itself. Just hopefully I have to enter my long password about last time today. Of course, I have mistyped that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. So we are logging into MobileNAV. And actually, there are two ways to enter the PIN. MobileNAV will or can ask you right after a successful logon. If not, then you can go to the application menu, application settings, just scroll down a little bit and PIN setup. And here I have to enter my new PIN twice. I accept that. I log out. And then at the next login, Now I'm presented with the enter pin window, and I can just simply log in with 4 simple numbers. Excellent. Our real task today will be the checking the bin contents. Today I'm gonna play the role of an imaginary warehouse employee. We have just started our workday and got our first assignment with 2 tasks. So one of them is we need to verify whether a given item is indeed available in the bins as our master warehouse records show. And second, as we are at the visited bins, we have to check out whether the bins are okay. Is there any problem with them? The physical overall condition need to be registered. We have to check if the QR code is okay on them, and so on and so forth and so forth. Now, we could, of course, do it the classic paper-based way and use a printout like this that you can see here. Obviously, MobileNAV will provide a much better way. In the classic paper way, we have a list of locations and the bins, the hopeful contents of the bins, the number, the quantity of items in a given bin, and we can do a quick inventory check by just simply writing down the number of items found. And we also introduced an extra column here where you can register the bin condition. Now, obviously, we have a much better way to do that. And in MobileNAV, we have a feature called bin content. If we open bin content, and here you can see that every item in a line represents a bin, and the number of the bin is in the lower right corner. This is A1 in my case. We can see the item number. This is the bold bluish number in the top left corner, the quantity in the bin, and we can also see the location. Here I have multiple locations in my warehouse system, and by default we see every single item in every bin in every location. So if I scroll down, then you can see that I have bins and items in the test location, but if I going down, then there is the white location as well. Now, see, now this is a relatively long list, so obviously I don't like to scroll all the time. In MobileNAV, we provide manual filtering capabilities. We just have to go to the filter submenu and, for example, select that I only want to see the bins and the items in the test location. Yeah, but this is still manual work. Click on apply, and then the bins from the white disappear, and I can only see the ones in the test. So of course, manual filtering is possible, but it's not a huge deal. Every application can do that. But we have a much better way to do quick filtering, and that's what we call smart scanning. So today I have a scan gun with me. Yeah, I will use that. And if you remember, I have manually filtered on the items of the test location. Now I will scan a barcode for the white location. We identify our locations, we identify our bins with different barcodes, and we have dedicated barcodes and QR codes for items. So I wanna switch to the white location. Okay. our selection has changed. If we verify what the new filter is now, then we can just go to filter, and you can see the location code is right. If I scan the test again, now we are in the test location, and if I scan for a bin number, then what we can see here is the items identified by their item number in the A3 bin, the same A3 everywhere, and in the test location. So with the smart scanning, actually, we can filter and look for actually entities in MobileNAV very quickly without even needing any manual user interaction besides scanning. The cool thing about smart scanning is that I don't have to follow any kind of scanning sequence. I don't have to explicitly specify by pointing somewhere or activating some kind of barcode input type. So I don't have to explicitly specify what my scanned barcode refers to. So actually, I can even do it the other way around. So let's say I will now scan for an item number, which is this 1000. That's the bicycle. Oh, sorry. Just go up again. Okay, so I'm scanning for the bicycle. And now I have first filtered on the item number. And now I will filter on test, which is the location code. And these are all the bins that contain a bicycle in the test location. I will change my location filter to the white. And we have the same view for the white location as well. So yeah, I gotta say, I've done this a lot of times, but I still love how much faster everything is with smart scanning. Smart scanning as a feature is, of course, not limited to bin contents only. It's a fundamental functionality of MobileNAV, and it can greatly speed up things like filtering on multiple conditions in lists. You can use it for data entry, increasing quantities to handle. Okay, now let's get back to our task. Look for an item and all the bins where it's available in the white location. So let's start from the beginning. And I will first scan for white. Okay, and now I'm looking for a loudspeakers, LS120. Excellent. As you can see, this item is available in 4 bins. Now, imagine that I just have to find and inspect them. So with one more scanning, I can open the contents of one bin. I will first open the one ending with the 0901. It has a QR code. Excellent. So the contents of the bin open, and we can see that from the LS120 item, we have 6 pieces in this bin. I'm just gonna check the physical condition of bin. It looks okay. Okay, now I will check out another one. So again, I am in the location white, the loudspeaker, and now I wanna check the adjacent bin, which is this 09002. This QR code on the bin. Let's try to scan it. So I keep scanning, but nothing happens. Okay, let's try it just one more time. No. Okay, so my scanner, there's a problem, cannot read the QR code. Okay, so we've run into a problem here. The QR code on bin 02 is not processable. After a short visual inspection, I can see that the QR code is damaged, so we need a new one. So with MobileNAV, the fix is quite easy. I open an item from the bin. From the opened item, I can drill down on the bin code. And this is the card describing the properties of the bin. And here we immediately have a built-in print label feature to print a new label with a working QR code. I'm so lucky that my handheld device is connected to a mobile printer, so I don't have to go back to the office. We can just print a new stick-on label with a QR code and put it on the bin. So let's try this out. There it is. And in a few seconds, exactly, we have a new QR code. I just stick it on my bin. And let's see if it works. Now I go back to bin contents. I'm still in the white location. Scan the new bin. QR code. Excellent. Everything is cool. Okay, before we move on to our next warehouse task, let's customize the look of our items in the bin contents list first. In MobileNAV, the list or card you see on your device screen has a corresponding special page in the MobileNAV configuration. If you would like to configure and customize this page in BC, you first need the name of the page. This information, the page name, is easily accessible from this 3 vertical bars menu, or also called a hamburger menu. We just need to open that and then information and about this page. So here we can see that the technical name, the service name of bin contents is MN bin content. So that's what we're going to look for in Business Central. So now I can close this one. And in BC, I just have to go 1 level up. And in MobileNAV administration area, I need to look for the configured pages. And from this huge list, I need to check the one that I have to customize, which is, or I will customize today, which is bin contents. Open bin contents. Okay. So here we can see the object ID behind bin contents, the page type. Currently, it's set to list and card. Whether this given page has staging enabled, the profiles that contain this page. Excuse me. We can see all the fields that are available that can be made visible or can be actioned on the page. And if we scroll a bit further down, then we see here an area called cell contents. In cell contents, actually, we can define the displayed values in the 6 possible positions of an item in a MobileNAV list. So as you can see, in the top left corner, we have item number. Below that, we have location code. In the MobileNAV user interface, top left corner, we have item number. Below that, we have location code. On the other side, we have the item quantity and the unit of measure, and below that is the bin code. Now, I would like to customize this list a little bit because I usually work in one location, so the location code information is not that important for me. I would like to move it down to the bottom right corner here. What's more important for me is the bin code. So I would like that to be in the left-hand side. And I also want to put a prefix in front of the bin code. Okay, so how we do these things? From the middle left, I delete the location code. Instead of that, I click on the three dots button, and I will define a separator element type, which will simply be a prefix B, and I need here a value, and that's gonna be, I can select from the available fields, and that's gonna be bin code for me. Okay. I don't need bin code again in the middle right, so I just simply delete that, but I will move and display another value, the location code. Okay, so effectively we have changed the mobile NAV page configuration. To have these changes reflected in mobile NAV, I have to log off and log in again. And now hopefully we will have the pin login. Yeah. Okay. A login process after a configuration change usually takes a bit longer than we are used to, but it's nothing tragical. It's just a few seconds more. Go back here. Okay, and now let's take a look at the bin content. And voila, we have a new list. And everything is according to our changes. In the left-hand side, we have a prefix with a B and the bin number, and on the right-hand side, with a much smaller font, we have the location code. As that's not such an important information for me, I'm happy with that. Okay. Our next topic today is warehouse receiving. Our bins are now all in excellent condition. They are filled with great stuff. We have just verified that. They are sporting brand new QR codes. So yeah, in general, they are very happy. So we can move on and do our next task, which is receiving a shipment to our warehouse. MobileNAV provides dedicated pages for a lot of warehouse operations. So we are already quite familiar with the bin contents, with the customized bin contents. We support picks and putaways, various movement types, journal-based activities for stock keepings. There they are, and so on. So actually, we have a lot of features. Yeah, but today, our warehouse receiving process starts with the warehouse receipts. There it is. Currently, I have two warehouse receipts assigned to me in Business Central. So let's open one of them and take a look at its lines. So in BC, I go to warehouse receipts. This one ending with 19 is going to be used for demonstrations. I will not actually work on that. But here in this receipt that was created from a purchase order, I have right now only one line, but it's a very special item. This is an item track item. So if I want to handle such things, then I have to specify a serial number for the items, and in our warehouse, these serial numbers are of course backed with barcodes. Now, if I wanted to receive this item here in BC without the help of MobileNAV or any kind of sophisticated reading equipment like our barcode scanner or RFID scanner, then what I would have to do is selecting the line and then go to the item tracking lines And I have to either assign serial numbers from existing ones or create customized serial numbers and then manually one by one enter the actual values behind the barcodes. So I have 10 items here, so I would have to create 10 serial numbers, okay, and changing them here manually one by one. This is a manual, very involved, very error-prone process. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Thankfully, we have MobileNAV. Right. So what you can see is I have my 19 monitors, and I have all these barcodes that will be used for receiving the monitors. So what I do now in MobileNAV is I go to warehouse receipt, and I'm gonna work on this one ending with a 20. So as you can see, I have two lines here, one for item number 1000, another one is the 103 minus T, which is for the item tracked monitors. I will do the bicycles first, because that's easier, that's a non-tracked item, but we will use our barcode scanner as much as possible. So I will first scan the item number of bicycle. Okay, bicycle opened. And what I need to specify now is the quantity to receive. Again, simply by scanning, I can increase the received quantity. I don't have to do anything manually. If I have a lot of items, then I might need to scan quite some, but it's okay today. So we have 30, so I will just simply fill this in, and we can immediately post this line. Okay, so what we have open on this receipt is the line for the item track monitors. In my printout, I also have the item number. Okay, it opens, and since this is an item track number, I have to go to the item tracking. And the item tracking lines page open. As you can see, we have nothing yet. So I could manually enter here the item tracking lines, but I'm really lazy, especially today. So let's use the excellent capabilities of MobileNAV. So I go one level higher. And if we scroll down, then we can see that MobileNAV has recognized that this is an item track number that needs serial numbers. And it already is ready to receive barcoding focus. So the only thing I have to do now is start scanning the serial numbers for my 10 monitors. So here's one. As you can see, the quantity has changed. Let's take a look at the lines. And there, this is my scanned serial number from the barcode, and I can do the same step for the remaining ones. So that's 2. Okay, let's take a look at the lines. And as you can see, we have all 10 lines now here. The serial numbers properly assigned. And actually, I would be ready to post this. Almost. I have to specify the quantity received. Let's take a look at our warehouse receipt in in Business Central. And here we have all the item tracking lines properly assigned. So actually we have spent a lot of time. We didn't have to enter these manually, so everything is just cool. Excuse me, I had to switch to another screen. Okay, so here in Business Central, we have all the serial numbers now assigned without doing any manual problematic process. And now I can go back to MobileNAV and post the warehouse receipt. Okay, if I do a refresh now, then my receipt is gone, and actually MobileNAV and Business Central has created a warehouse put away from this one. Okay, may I get back the slides, please? Our next bigger step will be to create a simpler and a more focused MobileNAV profile for our warehouse employees. As Bertala mentioned, MobileNAV out of the box comes with a lot of features enabled by default. You can see that we have categories for sales-oriented, warehousing/inventory-oriented, purchase-oriented features. But for an average user, especially with dedicated devices used in a warehouse environment, we don't need so much features. What we would like to provide them is only those things that they use and they can quickly find. And in general, we would like to remove or reduce the possibility of using features that they don't want or don't need. So what we are going to do is we will create a simple profile for our warehouse employees in Business Central. So again, I need to go to the MobileNAV administration, and I will log off. Yes. And our first step today is go to the profiles. And here we can create a MobileNAV login profile from scratch by using this new button. To make our life just a little bit easier today, I have pre-created one, mostly empty. This is this VA Simple. We will use this for the webinar demonstration. So if I select this VA Simple and click on the edit list, on the main menu editor, then we get to the main menu editor where we can add new pages into our profile. So we have created this profile entity, but it hasn't been assigned to my user or any user yet. We will do that later. In the main menu editor, we have to click on the new button, and a small drop down appears. And here I can add a few pages. I'm gonna add the well-known bin contents. Okay. And once you have added a page, then the editor for the given page appears. Right now, the only thing I have to specify is what category would I like to display it under. For simplicity's sake, I will keep with the inventory. Click OK, and I just quickly do the same with a few other pages. It's gonna be receipts. Yes, I want to use it online because I have a permanent internet connection. I don't need offline functionality today. I close this one. I will add the ad hoc movement. I'm going to need that later. in this demo. Also uses online. And finally, we need the warehouse put away. Also online, we have excellent network reception. Close it. So we have the basic structure of our new profile, but it hasn't been assigned to my user yet. The only thing I need to do is exit the main editor, exit the profiles, look for my user. I'm the demo_en user, and I have to check the assigned profiles. As you can see, I have this all-in-one online profile out of the box assigned to my user. That's why I have those, a few dozen pages in MobileNAV. I don't want to have that, so I will delete this line. Yes, and I would like to use my new one with the V8 simple. Okay, we can exit the profile setup and log into MobileNAV again. Pin. And let's see what we have done. Okay, now we are downloading the configuration. We should be there in a few seconds. Excuse me. Yeah, there it is. So what we have here now, we have two main categories, one for the inventory and this special one for our webinar today. And now in the inventory category, we are laser focused. We provide only the functionality and the possibilities for our end users that they really need. Okay, so this is the simple way to customize our login profile. We can go further, actually. So our next goal will be that the workers, the floor employees performing the warehouse putaways should only see the documents assigned to them. In Business Central, we can take a look at the list of warehouse receipts. Sorry, not the receipts, the putaways. And if we open in MobileNAV the putaways, then right now we can see that my user can access and see everything, which might be okay, but we've had numerous cases where we were asked to show only those documents that are assigned to a given user, and if they can only see the assigned documents, that means that we can reduce the number of simultaneous putaways, meaning the two person start working on the same document. So right now, the put away ending with a 15 is not assigned to a given user. So I will open this in BC, playing the role of a warehouse manager, and I will assign the 15 to the demo EN user. If you do a refresh in MobileNAV, then my changes are immediately reflected. Now, me as an end user could, of course, use the mine quick filter. If I click on that, then I only see the one item assigned to me. If I go back to BC and assign another one to the demo EN user, sorry, and do a refresh again, Now I have 2 items assigned. Still, me as an end user can switch on and off the mine filter. So in theory, I have access to everything. But this is something we don't want. Actually, we would like to remove this mine button and effectively only show the items that are assigned to a given user. Okay, so what we can do here, yeah, and there are some fields in this put away page that are not really necessary. So we don't need the breakbar filter, and I will also remove the sorting method properties. Okay, so I will log out because it's gonna be again some configuration thing. In Business Central, now we need to customize the contents of a given page. We are customizing the warehouse putaways. So I go to MobileNAV admin, and I go to configure pages. And this is the put away. Open warehouse put away. And I just simply scroll down to the field configuration, and I will make this a bit bigger. And what we said that we don't need a sorting method. That's the one here. So I select this line, scroll a bit to the right, and this is the visible column. So I will just simply hide that. I also hide that. This is a slightly different technique that we used before. If I do this configuration directly on this page, then these fields will be hidden on any profile that contains these pages. The previous technique that we used actually operated from a different direction. I hid the value only on the profile. That means that the property of the property on the page will be hidden only for those users who has that profile assigned. Okay, I have changed my page configuration. That means I have to enter this page list, and I need to perform a login into MobileNAV again. And on the warehouse put away list, now we should have some extra changes. So let's open that. Okay, so here 2 lines or two properties are gone, but the mine button is still there. Okay, so log out, and now go to the profiles, go to our special profile we are using today, the main menu editor, and in the warehouse putaways, I need to edit this page, and I will hide the assigned user ID. Okay, configuration saved. We do login again. And after a short login, we will be done and can finally move on to our last task. Okay, so in the warehouse putaways list, the mine quick filter icon is gone, and I only see the documents that are assigned to me, and I can only work on those. Okay. The need to move items in a warehouse is a basic and essential requirement. Paper-based inventory movement is often the source of errors. Paper records get lost, as Bertrand mentioned, and especially in my case, papers get pulled over with coffee and so on and so forth. In such cases, it can be difficult to find the moved item or items when needed. A mobile NAV provides a number of features to perform different types of movements, helping to move from the non-digital and hard-to-track paper-based processes to more reliable, tracked, and evidence-based warehouse processes. So basically, we have two directions. When the financial department or warehouse management pre-creates a document in Business Central, and this document specifies what exactly needs to be moved from where and to where. In mobile NAV, these operations are the warehouse inventory, the warehouse movement and the inventory movement features. The other way around is when the warehouse employee, her or himself, decides to, for example, consolidate bin contents instantaneously on the spot. And for these cases, we offer the ad hoc movement in mobile NAV. Our workday is almost finished. We have one last task on our hands, and we need to consolidate the contents of two adjacent bins. So we're going to move certain goods from the source bin to its neighboring bin. Okay, let's open bin contents. And this time we are in the test location. And our source bin is going to be A3. Okay, let's take a look at the contents of our source bin A3. Yeah, so we have 6 items, but we only need to move 3 of them. We need to move the 1000, 1200, and yeah, that's the Ethernet cable 80216. Okay, that's not too much. It's gonna be easy, and we can finally call it a day. Our destination bin will be A2, also in the test location. Just take a look at A2. Okay, so we have 28 plus 4 pieces. Yeah. As I mentioned, we have a dedicated functionality called ad hoc movement in mobile NAV. Ad hoc movement in mobile NAV is implemented as a mini workflow with a special and a very powerful feature called staging. So with staging, we can break down a relatively complex end-user process to smaller parts and define what can or must be done at each stage. So let's take a look at the various stages of ad hoc movement. Let's first open ad hoc movement in mobile NAV, and then we verify what page defines ad hoc movement. This is the MN ad hoc movement. Okay, and then we go to configure pages, and it should be here at the beginning. Cool. In the general section of the page, we can see that the enable staging checkbox is enabled, and we have 6 stages defined for our ad hoc movement page. Let's open that one. And in the stage configurator, we have redefined the components or the stages of this mini workflow. So each stage identified by the bold, identified by the bold font, defines what fields are visible and editable at each stage, define whether a field is mandatory. If its value is not filled, then we cannot continue to the next stage. And we can also define what special buttons or actions should be visible. and how should they be executed. So our first stage, this is the one, it's called select from location. In MobileNAV itself, we can see the title or the name of the stage in the middle. And this first select from location defines only one field, which is the location code. And that's what we see here. The location code currently is empty and red, meaning we must enter a value here. Otherwise, we simply cannot move forward. Okay. So again, we will scan location test. The next stage is where we select the bin code. The bin code in the MobileNAV UI is red. In the stage configurator in Business Central, now we see that we have the location code that's inherited from the previous stage. The bin code itself has come in, and we have a calculated non-editable field for the added items. This is items edit. Plus, we have some actions button now, which is the finish online and offline. That's how we distinguish between online and offline operations. And we're going to have the lines. But first, I have to scan our source bin, which is going to be A3. Sorry. A3. And now I can select which lines would I like to move out from this bin. And we said that we want to move the 1000, so I just pick that one. I want to move out all of them. That's 10. And I'm going to add a new item here. Again, 1200. And finally, we're going to move the Ethernet cable as well. I will specify the quantity for the Ethernet cable, but here we have a special thing. We not just have to specify the quantity, but also the lot number, because the Ethernet cable is a lot tracked item in our warehouse. So again, I can simply just scan the lot assigned to my Ethernet cable. I don't have to enter this value manually. There it is. And now we can take a look at the lines that we have created. The only thing we have left is specifying the destination or the to bin code. In our case, it's going to be A2, so I will also scan that. Yeah, and our ad hoc movement procedure is almost finished. But before we actually post that, let's see what changes has been done in Business Central. So the Business Central functionality behind the MobileNAV ad hoc movement feature is item reclassification. So if I go to BC, close MobileNAV admin, and open item reclass, then we can verify the lines that we created by MobileNAV in Business Central. So reclass. And here are all the movement lines that we want to post. So now we go back to MobileNAV and click on register to finalize our ad hoc movement. That's done. If we come back to BC and open reclass again, and this is empty, and actually we have completed our ad hoc movement. The reclassification journal is empty. However, we can see the results in the warehouse entries page. And here in the warehouse entries page, now we can see all the lines from today resulting as our bean content movement with the correct positive and negative quantities. And with ad hoc movement, our long working day has ended. So before we go home, I just have one last thing to say. I would like to thank you very much for your kind attention. I hope you really enjoyed our demonstration today, and we could demo some new and useful features to you. Again, thank you very much. And now I'm giving back the to Bertalan.
Okay, I was muted. Sorry about that. So I just want to thank you, Miklos, for the kind presentation. I think it was really informative, and I really hope so as well that we could learn something from that. I'm so sorry about over expanding on our time. I will really just quickly cover the last bits of what we have planned for today. As I mentioned, we have an announcement to make, and I truly think this is something impressive and something that we have discussed for at least for the last 5, 6, 7 years or so. As you can remember, we used to marketing MobileNAV in 2 different ways. There was this general application and multi-purpose mobile tool to add the extra layer of mobility to your Business Central system. And there was WMS MobileNAV. This is what I will talk about in a few words. And when you asked us what's the difference between WMS MobileNAV and MobileNAV, the base app, we only said that that's just a marketing approach to emphasize that MobileNAV is also capable of doing some warehouse-related stuff. But that has changed. We have started a deep investigation of where we can improve. And we figured that adding just the extra layer of mobility, using only the standard features of Business Central might or might not be enough, and we could do better. And so we did. We did our research, we asked our partners, and we truly rely on the feedback that we have from our partners. And we received very, very valuable feedbacks from a few selected one, and we are really thankful for them. That I want to say it now out loud. So again, thank you very much. And what's WMS MobileNAV? Really just quickly. So basically, it's also MobileNAV, but it's more. So you will get MobileNAV with a special configuration focusing on the warehouse management part, and on top of what BC can provide you out of the box. We have implemented we are in the process of implementing a few extremely looked for features, such as tote picking. It's finally there. We have made a few customizations in the past. Those were bespoke, unique developments. Now it will be a standard. The same goes for packaging or packing. This will help you to put items together, select the container that it goes to, and so on. So it will have, again, a few features that we have already done in the past, again, bespoke. We are integrating with other ISVs to help create shipping integrations with SendCloud, EasyPost, Transmart. Again, we are truly grateful for these cooperations with these ISVs. This will also help our end users' life at the end of the road. So the integration with these ISVs will be more seamless, and you don't have to do that again and again, and in a unique way, it will be there in this package. The same goes for license plating, which also goes by the name of tag tracking or pallet tracking. That's something that our customers and partners looked for. The physical inventory order with package number. This is also something that was missing from a few BC versions that will be available. I think that's 19 to 23, BC 19 to 23. Physical inventory or order twin recording. So on top of the single recording, we will introduce twin or even multiple recording of the physical inventory. So you will need to go through the inventory twice or even 3 or 4 times, depending on what the process is. And at the end of the day or at the end of the process, you will have to compare these 2 or 3 or 4 or more recordings and conclude. And you should only accept one, and that will be the recording. If you find differences between these, you will have to figure out which one is the correct one. This also helps you to optimize your stock better. And also there is more to come. Again, this is all based on your feedbacks, the end users' feedback and the plus partners' feedback. We really appreciate that, and please, if you have any suggestions, any requests, please visit our website. It's partner.multisoft.hu. We have a roadmap there. You can share your ideas there, or you can just reach out to us directly. You can contact me, you can contact Tibor, you can contact Miklos, and just share your ideas. We will evaluate them and put them on the roadmap. And to our attendees, I would like to thank you for your kind attention. If you have any further questions or any requirements, any inquiries regarding the WMS MobileNAV or any other topics that we have covered today or regarding those that we have not covered today, please feel free to reach out to us on these contact credentials of ours. Our main one is definitely the email, or you can visit our website, which will guide you to our roadmaps to each of our products. If you have any ideas, please feel free to share those with us. Otherwise, again, I would like to thank you very much for your kind attention and see you at the next webinar. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.